Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's video weblog. Why am I holding this melon? I don't like melon. I said lemon? No, I said melon. No, I don't like the melon. I don't really enjoy the taste of lemon either. I'm still confused. Anyway, we are Sunday, July the 31st, 2016. Actually, we're Monday, so August, the home stretch, if you will, of the summer holiday. Yeah, I put it inside the fridge where there's some space. On top of this Tupperware. Anyway, yeah. So it's Monday morning. It's like 2:40 a.m. I didn't do much since the other video weblog. I actually fell asleep during the match between Paris and Leicester. Everyone in France seems to be set on pronouncing it Leicester, which is already better than I've heard coming from some American people who were calling it Leicester, despite the fact that there's no H. So yeah, it was an absolute rout. It was 4-0 at the end. I missed the last goal. I think I only saw the third goal, to be quite honest, because I fell asleep before eating, I fell asleep a bit after eating, and then I went into my bed. It was like 9 in the morning, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna sleep maybe, and to my I don't know where I'm going with this sentence, but I only slept until like 12:30, 12:40, and I woke up. I was like, when I saw the hour, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, can't a man get a break already? So yeah, my phone wasn't plugged in, so the battery was pretty low. So I was waiting for it to go back to 100%, because if it doesn't go to 100% for some reason, it doesn't really hold. But I had to wait until like 4 in the afternoon, and when it was once again the home stretch, like maybe 86-87%, I fell asleep again. It was just before 5 p.m. I woke up around 10 p.m. when no one was awake or home, actually. And my plan was originally to stay awake just enough to film the video weblog and go back to bed, so that I would have avoided pretty much every possible kind of human contact. That failed in some way, because just as I thought that I would be able to start recording, family came back. So yeah, had to wait another 2 hours to do that, and I'm doing that. I mean, I'm also a bit, probably, quite possibly low on time until my father wakes up. So yeah, man, life will be just so much easier once I move out. I will be able to record videos in the evening, maybe yell a bit. No, when I until I move out, I have to watch the volume of my voice, and also if there aren't other people awake. The later it gets during the day, you would think that the difficulty of recording would decrease, as I wouldn't have to watch my voice and how loud I speak. But no, it actually gets more complicated, because it's a relatively small house. Like, we're 5 people in 100 square meters, so that's approximately, not approximately though, it's 20 meters, 20 square meters per person, except that the sound doesn't really dissipate that well. So if you're speaking a bit loud, or if there's some loud music, well, at any rate, everybody might as well hear. Like, that's why sometimes during the afternoon I make it a point to let people know that I'm awake by loudly drinking from the small water bottle that I always take with me when I'm going to sleep. Like, at first it was just in case I would be, you know, awake, still awake by midnight, and the mouth gets dry, and there's this weird feeling in your mouth when you're waking up. Now I know that I will only drink it when I just woke up, because still the same thing. Dry mouth, weird feeling. I don't know why I want it to be a th instead of an f at the beginning of feeling. So yeah. I'm actually pondering going to with my father, following my father on his work day, because I kinda can. Being adult and all that has its perks, if you will. First being that you're not really dependent on your father, on your father's insurance, as you are, you are the person who's in charge of yourself. So yeah. But I don't know. I'd rather do it like on a Friday, because there it if I don't sleep now, when will I sleep before Raw? And if I go tomorrow, I will miss Raw. If I go on Tuesday, I will miss SmackDown. If I go on Wednesday, that's actually Thursday morning, I will miss NXT. So there's only Friday morning, or the what I usually call, hey, it's Thursday, but not really. So yeah. At any rate, I don't know. I don't really understand. Today was really the coldest day of probably of the whole holidays, because, well, there was, as I said yesterday, it's probably going to rain, and the rain didn't come. At one point, during the morning, I thought that maybe it would be coming finally, but no. It was generally cloudy, generally windy, but nothing came of it besides just being pretty fresh. And yeah, despite that, all the windows were open when I woke up, and I was like, you probably do not get it. Like, it's not because it's cold outside, I mean cold, fresh, and also kind of fresh inside, that bugs aren't coming in. Like, yesterday, I got stung inside, and, well, today too, actually. Like, I can feel it. The only part of the house where I'm safe from being stung is in my bed. God damn it, my nose is playing on me. Ah, you see, that's how fresh it was. I'm in summer clothes. It's, probably 26 degrees, and yet, because the past few days have been so hot, especially inside, where the hot air doesn't go during the night, you lower the temperature by a few degrees, and suddenly, your body cannot react accordingly. Or rather, it exaggerates its reaction. Oh, I see a little bit of the dog's paw under the door. That's kind of cute. That's kind of adorable, but that's also really funny. And I know that once I open this door, he will jump on me, because he's this kind of, oh god. Alright, this should be well. So he's this kind of dog. Uh, I just got done watching an Audrey Hepburn movie, and god damn it, the 50s, I mean, probably even the 60s, if the monetary concerns of one main character are to be believed. Like, he speaks of old francs, which is the name of the money we used before, I think, 1963, when it got converted into the new franc, because of, it was the baby boom and all the great economic things, and it was great. And basically, at one point, the franc couldn't, its value couldn't hold with the value of life. So because people were making just so much more money, so at one point they decided that they would create a new money instead of devaluating, instead of lowering the value of the franc. They decided that they would create a new money that was the new franc, and that was 100. One new franc would be 100 old francs. I don't know. This is I not kind of my kind of concerns to think about how a word is pronounced in English. And that's this franc, this version of the franc that got converted into the euro in 2002. I think it was rather in the late 50s, because it was in a book of satirical drawings, cartoons, speaking about mainly the war in Algeria, and how poorly our president, Charles de Gaulle, general, was doing to basically help France rather than giving Algeria its independence. So yeah, and the War of Independence is really a pain in the ass when you think of it, because there's a whole generation of Algerians who were born French. So at one point, if they did some shit, well, they could still be accountable for it in front of the French government, despite the fact that Algeria was independent, which is kind of the case with my family up to my grandmother, because they were fighting for free Algeria. Well, my great grandmother did it. My grandmother was like 20 years old when Algeria got its independence, and she was deported to France anyway when she was a bit younger. So yeah, since Algeria is independent, it's become a pain in the ass for my grandmother, because the government is intent on telling her that no, we cannot find your papers saying that you were born when Algeria was French, and that you are French, despite the fact that she could literally hand her mother's ID and say, you see, my mother is French, I was born in Algeria when it was French, so by double jus sanguinis or jus soli, I am French, and not by marriage. So yeah, my uncle, when he got his retirement, has been forced to do that, because sometimes government officials, they are stubborn. So yeah, well, I got nothing more to say. It was a pretty empty day, to be quite honest. I kind of hated the movie. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. I don't know. Rick was supposed to be a charismatic main character, and I really hated him. What a piece of shit. Maybe it's because he's American. Oh, I'm better than everybody else. Sort of.